So students, today I'm going to introduce you to the subject of mobile computing. So basically in today's lecture, I'll be telling you what is mobile computing, the difference between computing and wireless networks, and some applications of mobile computing. Okay. Basically this is almost everything that we know. Okay. We'll be just discussing all this stuff, and today's lecture will be all about an introduction to mobile computing. So before I go to the next slide, does anyone know what is the meaning of a mobile computing? Can you type in the chat box if you all can? What is mobile computing? Does anyone understand what is mobile computing? Or even if you don't know, can you just try what you think may be the meaning of mobile computing? Someone wants to unmute and answer, you can unmute and answer also. Does anyone want to try? Okay. So let's proceed then. I hope we are not going to have all our lectures like this, where you all are not going to talk back or write your answers in the chat box. Okay. So basically, before we look at the definition of mobile computing, let's look at what is the meaning of computing. Computing means carrying out some processing related to some service on a computer. So basically, you're automatically carrying out some task. Okay, some program is there. You're processing it on a computer. What is mobility? It is the capability to change location while communicating, to invoke the computing service at some remote computers. So mobility means ability to change the location while doing communication. So what is mobile computing then? So you're basically going to do processing while moving. So mobile computing means ability to compute remotely. You do not be connected by wire. So you can be on the move and you can do computing. So you can access information from anywhere and at any time. So whenever you are doing this, you are accessing information from anywhere and at any time, then we say that is mobile computing. Okay. So it is basically used to describe technologies that enable people to access network services anywhere, any place, and anytime. Okay. Now remember, if you're sitting on your PC at home and you're connected to a fixed network, that is you're connected to a BSNL broadband, and that computing is not mobile computing. Mobile computing means when you're moving, as you're moving, you're connecting to the network and you're accessing data or you're performing some communication, and that is mobile computing. Okay, please remember that. So right now, if you're sitting at home, you're sitting on a PC and you're connected to the internet, that is not mobile computing. Unless you're on the move, okay, and you're connected to the network and you're accessing this lecture or you're listening to this lecture. So the basic difference between mobile computing and wireless network. So like I told you, mobile computing means accessing the data while on the move. Okay. Wireless networking provides the infrastructure to make this possible. So basically, wireless networking is providing all the infrastructure, all the like the mobile towers or something like that. Infrastructure means all the mobile towers and all that helps a remote device like a mobile to connect and access the data. So mobile computing is based on wireless networking. Okay. So mobile computing uses wireless networks to access the remote servers while on the move. Please remember this important difference. Okay, mobile computing and wireless networking is not one and the same. So mobile computing is accessing the data on the move, and wireless networking means it provides the infrastructure for the purpose of mobile computing. So remember that wireless networking is one of the ingredients of mobile computing. Okay, but mobile computing also requires applications and the hardware at the client and the server sides. Without having any applications to access the data, mobile computing won't work. So wireless networking is one of the most important ingredients for mobile computing. But besides that, mobile computing also needs applications and hardware at the client and the server sides. Okay. So this is one important question that is often asked for exams. So what is the difference between mobile computing versus wireless networking? If you are noting down, you can note down this question. It is often asked in your exams. It could be asked for 3 to 5 marks. So basically this is all that you have to explain. So first of all, you will tell that mobile computing means accessing the data from anywhere at any time while on the move. That is very important, while on the move. And wireless networking provides infrastructure for mobile computing. Then you can mention that mobile computing is based on wireless networking, but it also needs applications and the hardware at the client and the server sides. So let's look into a little bit of the different types of wireless networks. So this will help us to understand what is mobile computing later on. Okay, there are two main types of wireless networks. So one type of wireless network is based on fixed infrastructure network. So basically it is an extension of wired networks, and it uses the fixed infrastructure to provide wireless communication with the wired network. Okay, I'll show you in the next diagram. So basically, as you can see here, we are having a wired network. So wired network means all your computers are connected to some wire. Okay, it could be a broadband or some kind of network. Okay, and your wireless network is connected to your wired network with the help of a access point. The access point could be something like a modem. Okay, something like a modem. So your wired network is connected to the access point, and the access point gives access to the wireless devices. So your wireless devices could be laptops or your mobiles. Okay, mobiles are not shown here, but it could have been your mobiles or any other portable wireless devices. Okay, so basically this is a wireless network based on fixed infrastructure. The fixed infrastructure is this one, your wired network. There is a fixed broadband connection. Okay, and your wired network is connected through a access point to the wireless LAN. So this type is the first type of wireless network. So you can see here, it uses the fixed infrastructure. It is an extension of the wired network. You could use single hop communication or two hop communication. The wireless LAN network is mostly based on the IEEE 802.11 protocol. Okay. Then the access point provides connectivity to the mobile nodes of the mobile nodes to the wired network, like I've shown you here. These are your mobile nodes. Okay. whichever devices don't have a wire are known as mobile, and they are known as mobile stations or mobile nodes. Okay, so commonly in our subject we'll be referring to this as MN. So the MN stands for mobile nodes. So since they are not connected with the help of a wire and they can move while communicating, we call them as mobile nodes. And these mobile nodes access the wired network or connect to the wired network through the access point. That is what we have mentioned here. Okay. And all communication mostly occurs or has to occur through the access point, because the mobile nodes will authenticate themselves to the access point before connecting to the network. Most of the times you don't need any expertise in setting up this kind of a network. So most of the time, as you know, you also nowadays we all use our mobiles for providing this kind of Wi-Fi networks. Okay, so we all know that you don't need to be a big expert to do all this. The second type of network that you have in wireless networks is known as a ad hoc network. Okay, this ad hoc network is not based on any fixed infrastructure. So we don't have a fixed wired connection. There's no modem, nothing like that. Okay, so such kind of a network which is created on the spot, you can say. Okay, and which has a temporary purpose. That kind of a network is known as a ad hoc network or a wireless network having no fixed infrastructure. You can see here in this diagram, there are 4 laptops that are communicating to each other and they are all connected to a wireless network. Okay, so basically wireless networks are also known as ad hoc networks. They can connect or exchange data through multiple hops. You need not have fixed infrastructure. Okay, examples of them are personal area networks. Okay, so personal area network would be a connection of a network through Bluetooth. Okay, it may require expert knowledge sometimes depending on the complexity of your ad hoc networks, but it's generally less reliable than your infrastructure based wireless networks. So single hop communication, yes, it is related to that. So hop means like you remember in your CN, if you remember, let me draw it here and show you. So basically, what is a hop? So if you're having a network, just imagine that these are some computers. So suppose I'm sending data like this. Okay, say these are A, B, C. Say there are some more nodes like this. Okay, say A is sending data to C. Okay, so it has multiple ways of sending the data. So suppose it takes this route. So from here to here will be known as, the count will be 1. This will be known as 1 hop. Then the data will pass from here to here. Okay, so B is the intermediate node between A and C. So this will be 1 hop. This will be the second hop. Okay, that is the meaning of hops. So the path between the nodes. So that is the meaning of a hop.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Any other question? You can also. So anyone has any other question? Okay. Can Abhishek tell me what is mobile computing? Today we are not going to cover a lot of topics. Today just an introduction. So can Abhishek tell me What is mobile computing? Please remember, I'll be asking you all questions when you come online or offline. So please pay attention and okay. So online you always have a excuse that you don't have good connectivity and all, but when you come offline, I'll be asking you the same questions. Okay. So anyone wants to try? Let's just revise what is mobile computing. Alston. Okay. Okay, I'll just complete this last slide that we need to do for today before we stop for today. Okay. Tomorrow we'll be doing a little bit more in detail with your subject. So today, your last slide is basic some applications of mobile computing. So basically, like I told you, mobile computing is accessing the information while on the move. So basically, you'll be using some kind of portable device. Okay, could be a mobile, it could be some tablet, it could be your laptop. Okay, as long as you're connected to the network and accessing data. Now we know all these applications we can access, like we have already used or we have seen this kind of applications. There are many more you could write about. Okay, so this is one common question in your exams. What are the applications of mobile computing? So then you have to just write whatever, like there are so many apps installed in your, there are many more apps. Okay, you can order food, you can, like you can see here there are about 7 or 8 applications I have listed here, but there's so many more. You can access the stock information, you can reach out to emergency services, contact real estate agents, you can access court data, you can access or contact companies, credit card verification, taxi services we have seen, you can do emailing. Okay, so there are more, so many more, like you can access hospitals, order food online, you can do shopping online. So there's so many more apps. So this is one question that could come for your exams. Okay, basically in these slides that I've covered, there are 3 questions that could come. Okay, first question could be what is mobile computing, and then sub question is what is the difference between mobile computing and wireless networking. Okay, this is the first question that can come. Second question that could come is explain wireless networks based on fixed infrastructure networks. So you'll have to basically explain this diagram, just draw this diagram and write down this. The next question similar to this could be asked, what are ad hoc networks? So you'll have to draw and explain this diagram and explain this. Okay. So, and the last question that we could ask you on this slides is, what are the applications of mobile computing? So just in these 6-7 slides that I've shown you, 3 questions could come. Okay, and these all 3 questions are commonly asked questions. I don't think any of these topics are difficult. Okay, does anyone have any doubt about this, any of these slides?